If you're worried about the numbers on your blood pressure reading, or you want to prevent high blood pressure in the future, your diet is a good place to start. Eating the right foods can have an impact on your blood pressure, but first you'll need to know what to avoid. A staggering 1 in 3 UK adults has high blood pressure, according to the Blood Pressure UK. High blood pressure is a major warning sign for developing serious diseases and can lead to events like heart attacks and strokes if left untreated. It's advisable to get your blood pressure checked often, as it doesn't always have obvious symptoms. People over the age of 40 are advised to get their blood pressure checked every 5 years, whereas those considered at risk of high blood pressure should get it checked as often as once every year. The promising news is that if you have high blood pressure, or want to decrease your chances of developing it, you can make some very easy changes to your diet and lifestyle to combat it. Changing your diet is one of the most effective ways to bring down your blood pressure, though your doctor may also prescribe you medication. What you eat, as well as how often you exercise and whether you are overweight, can determine your risk of high blood pressure. But like any diet, you'll have to say goodbye to some foods that aren't doing your heart any favors. So, what 15 foods should you avoid to bring your blood pressure down? 1. Salt. Is it food or seasoning? Either way, if you've got high blood pressure, it's a no-go. Salt affects the balance of fluids in the blood, which can contribute to high blood pressure. The British Heart Foundation's advice to cut down on salt is, don't cook with salt or add any to your food at the table, and cut down on processed foods, which contain a lot of salt. 2. Alcohol. You can still enjoy the odd glass, but try to stay within the recommended guidelines. That's 14 units per week, which equals roughly 6 pints of beer, or 10 small glasses of wine. The NHS hastened to add its best to spread those units out over a few days, rather than save them up and drink them all at once. 3. Fatty foods. Being overweight will put you at a higher risk of high blood pressure. So, while there are some foods that directly affect your blood pressure reading, you should also aim to eat healthier overall. 4. Red meat. You don't have to give it up completely, but cutting back on your red meat consumption is a good idea if you want to bring your blood pressure down. 5. Ready meals. These convenient meals can sometimes have hidden high levels of salt. Check the label and how much salt is listed per 100 grams. The British Dietetic Association gives the following guidelines: less than 0.3 grams salt, or 0.1 grams sodium, per 100 grams of food is a little, and over 1.5 grams salt, or 0.6 grams sodium, per 100 grams is a lot. 6. Butter. Butter is high in saturated fat, which is not recommended for those who have high blood pressure. Try a low-fat or low-cholesterol spread instead. 7. Frozen pizza. Yes, it's delicious, but it's another culprit for hidden salt. One whole UK supermarket's pepperoni pizza contains 60% of your recommended daily salt intake. 8. Tomato ketchup. If you're avoiding chips and other fatty foods, then avoiding ketchup too should go hand in hand. Some varieties of ketchup are really high in salt. Look out for reduced salt and sugar versions, or have a smaller portion. Your blood pressure will thank you! 9. Cured meats. Cured meats are often cured with salt, meaning they're packed with sodium. These are best avoided if you're trying to lower your blood pressure. 10. Tinned soup, another hiding place for salt. Half a can of one supermarket's chicken soup contains 20% of your recommended salt intake. 11. Sugary drinks. Sugary drinks mean you might be consuming more sugar and more calories without even realizing, which will lead to weight gain. Maintaining a healthy weight is key to keeping blood pressure in the healthy range. 12. Pastries. As pastry tends to contain butter to give it that melt-in-your-mouth quality, this means it can be high in saturated fat. Saturated fat causes high cholesterol, which in turn can cause high blood pressure, so save your pastries for an occasional treat. 13. Processed meats. Processed meats include burgers, sausages and bacon. They can be high in both salt and saturated fat, making them a recipe for high blood pressure. However, why not try making a blood pressure-friendly version at home? Try making burgers with lean mince and reduced salt. 14. Kebabs. Another processed meat. Your Friday night kebab is not going to help your blood pressure reading. Luckily, it's easy to make a healthier alternative at home. All you need is a homemade marinade and some bamboo skewers. 15. Processed carbohydrates. Refined carbohydrates have also been shown to have an effect on blood pressure. Why not swap for a whole wheat alternative? Whole wheat pasta, brown bread and brown rice are all tasty swaps you can make. If you're concerned about your blood pressure or your diet, speak to your doctor, who can help you with some advice on how to make healthier choices and changes to your lifestyle.